Welcome back to the Schmoedown replay. What's going on, guys? We are the Cinefanatics. My name is Chris Adams.
And I'm Robert Adams.
And I am trying to get my energy. I'm tired.
We're into what is this? The third week of the singles tournament here?
Week 84 of 4 matches a week, not counting the pay-per-views.
Oh, it's not that bad. Suck it up. We can do
fantastic.
This.
I love this much Schmoedown. It's actually a ton of fun. I love doing this show. I'm so excited. We got a good one tonight. This one's going to be Marc Andreyko from the Rockstars versus Matt Atchity from Usual Suspects.
Yeah. So once again, we do have a special guest with us on this replay episode.
What?
So
no way.
Yeah, that's usually how this works. Except
That's
when we don't have a guest.
That's so ridiculous. You get out of here, crazy kid.
So I'd like to introduce Twitter, TikTok queen, and writer extraordinaire. We've got Miss Abby Freel. Welcome.
Hello. Hi, I'm so excited. This is my Cinefanatics debut. I've never been on your channel before. Because y'all were online last time.
That's
We've
right.
done an episode on your something on your show, on your channel.
So,
To get all the words mixed up.
Yeah. It's going to be one of those nights.
I just let you know, you're
It's
live
Monday.
on the internet right now.
This is live? So there's certain words I can't say then, right?
Yeah.
Sure. Probably.
Yeah, anyways.
So this is an exciting match because these two are fantastic players. I'm expecting a lot out of both of them. Abby, what are you thinking about going into this match?
I think that both these players have really strong foundation, just base knowledge skills in how they play. I think Marc Andreyko probably has way better game knowledge than Matt Atchity. Like we've seen that hurt Matt Atchity in previous matches. But I think I wouldn't be surprised if Matt pulls through with whatever is going to happen today.
And I think the other question we need to ask is how many of the questions you wrote will be asked today?
We'll find out. I haven't watched this yet, so we'll see.
That was a great time for me to take a drink when it was my turn to take over the
nice.
conversation.
That's okay.
So tonight's episode is not sponsored by what I'm drinking, so who cares what it was? Anyways, so real quick, we want to dive in just a little bit. So you pretty much came onto like the Schmoedown scene and like public knowledge of Schmoedown fandom last year. You started with doing like kind of reaction videos. You had a really nice take on reaction videos in which your videos were like short and straight to the point. You got to like the meat of it, jump around like round 1. You're like, yeah, after round 1, this, that, and the other. Round 2 was this, that, and the other. Round 3, oh my God, I can't believe they did this, that, and the other. Like short, concise, easily digestible, while people like us were still sitting on a couch watching the entire episode.
Dragging people through the entire match.
Yes.
So having to maintain that level of like, hey, we need to keep energy, we need to keep entertainment like up here for the entire time. So you had a very smart, genius way of doing it, and then you also shifted into live tweeting when watching matches, which that was great because that took off and it got you a nomination for like after show podcast. And so that was pretty much what you were doing all last year. And then somehow this shifted into being a question writer. How did that happen? If you want to tell her.
There's people always ask me, and there's not really a story. All of a sudden I was on Twitter and I got a DM from Christian Harloff saying, would you want to join the writing team? And so, because they were looking for a more feminine voice on the writing team, just to bring more diversity into the questions being asked. And so, he asked me the week after the New York event. So I've been on since then.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good. How do you like this job so far?
It's good. It's a lot of movies. As much as I love the Schmoedown, I have not seen a lot of movies compared to a lot of other people. So it's been a lot to catch up on and just make sure that my knowledge is like, I feel like my knowledge should be as well as the best competitors. So that's what I've been doing when I'm not writing, is watching more movies.
Do you don't any of these questions we're asking, you don't have to reveal, because I know a lot of behind the scenes stuff is you want to keep some of it hush hush, but
yeah,
when they do they tell you, the higher ups of writing and Christian, do they tell you what movies they specifically want to get questions for? And then they tell you, hey, you need to watch this, this, and this, and I need like a group of questions, or are you pretty much just free to watch like almost whatever movie you want? Given the fact that, like, say they're going to need some questions for specific wheel slices. So that aside,
it's more the second thing you said, because I just want to make sure that when there's a moment where it's like, oh, their classics was used last week, we need to fill up the questions, I am able to contribute and like to any category. But there's never been a very specific, like, you need to know your Tyler Perry movies. I just want to make sure that I do have a knowledge of that category in case it ever comes up, if that makes sense.
It's like one of those when a category gets used, then you go back in and you like fuel it back up again after.
Yeah.
So everything's done like ahead of time. It's pre-planned out.
Mm-hmm.
See, I like that way. That's a nice way of doing it. And then, of course, there's like actually a whole team, like you and PJ are doing the questions for this. So
yes,
that keeps it like a variety, because you might not watch the same things that PJ watches and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
And,
I mean, we all know that PJ is not watching Herbie as often as you are.
and I'm not watching all of PJ's horror movies, so.
So that means anytime I get a horror movie question that I get to play along with, it's not written by you.
Most likely, no.
So that means anytime a horror movie question comes up, I can blame PJ.
Yep. I mean, I don't mean to expose him on this, but that's the Cinefanatics exclusive.
Yeah, there you go.
So.
That's the T.
That's the T. I mean, it wouldn't be Abby Freel on an episode if I didn't say that. So.
That being said, that's what I'm drinking. So.
Oh my god, that's the T. Literally.
So, let's see. Can't think of anything else.
Yeah.
What? Yep. Go for it.
Well, while we're thinking of some more stuff real quick before we start this, anyone in the chat, make sure you sound off. Let us know you're here. If you have any questions, feel free to drop those in the chat. You also can drop questions via streamlabs.com/cinefanatics. You can do the super chat through YouTube. Streamlabs is the more preferred. And also make sure you hop on our Patreon, patreon.com/cinefanatics. If you're in the chat and you're watching this right now, if you have seen this match already, please do us a favor. Do not spoil anything, because both me and my brother and Abby have not watched this match yet. So please don't spoil the ending, who won, or anything. If you want to spoil it, again, streamlabs.com/cinefanatics, a proper donation there will allow you to spoil anything you want on this channel. But for the most part, let's not spoil anything in the chat. Keep it fun. If y'all want,
if you want to ruin it for us, give us money.
Yeah, if you want, you can play along in the chat as well. There's a nice like time delay between live and when we see it in the chat, so it gives us enough time to be able to answer ourselves without being, oh yeah, the person in the chat said it was Tom Cruise, I'm just gonna write Tom Cruise. So yeah, if y'all want to play along as well. And real quick, going in the chat, we got Tyler, we got Vernon Greene, we got Abby's in the chat too.
That's amazing. Chat. I'm everywhere.
How's this happening? I don't understand. I don't get the internet.
Yes.
Ryan Kramer, and then Vernon is pointing out y'all, my Tennessee language. Yeah, y'all is pretty much all Southern. Like,
yeah,
I think I say y'all like almost every other word. There was one of these we did one time that I feel like someone was saying that we should have turned it into a drinking game every time I said y'all, and that everyone would just be completely plastered by the end of just a 1 hour stream.
Yeah, I picked up y'all. I'm from Chicago, but I go to school in Nashville, and I've picked it up in the last couple of years, and now I can't stop saying it. So,
what word do you say instead of y'all?
You guys.
That's, what are we, like New Yorkers? Hey, you guys.
Hey, you guys.
Hey, these guys over there.
Yeah.
What happens if they're not guys? What if there's all? Yeah. Okay.
You guys is a gender neutral term. I will make that statement.
Anyways,
use.
Yeah.
Use.
Use.
Yeah.
This is fun. Dwayne's popping in.
Oh.
What's going on, Dwayne? Welcome. Glad to have you here. He says, spoiler alert, Matt actually has major daddy vibes.
I cannot wait to see then.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
What does
So
that
that
even
means
mean?
I hope that means he's rocking that sweet
Hawaiian
shirt.
Yeah.
He's busting out some
But
dad
that's
jokes.
dad vibes. Dwayne said daddy, so
Oh, well, Hawaiian shirts can go either way, I bet.
So between Andreyko and Atchity, who do we think we got for this match?
Andreyko.
That's what I'm thinking too. He's got the knowledge and the strategy.
Yeah.
I'm going Android.
I think he's been needing this comeback for a while, and I hope it's this tournament. So
Yeah, he's been wanting to pop off in the singles, and I think we'll see some good stuff out of him in this tournament. So I'm thinking it's going to be Andreyko on this one. I know Atchity's got a lot to prove in terms of I know how to play the game, guys. I know how to play the game. But I think we'll see Atchity play the game, but I think we're going to see Andreyko still take it in the end. So
yeah,
let's jump into it. Sound effects are always necessary. Oh my gosh, it's so loud.
for you.
Yeah.
Ewans.
Humans.
Gosh, I get Mike Wazowski when that comment comes
Welcome
up.
back to the movie trivia Schmoedown. It is the ultimate Schmoedown. I am Christian Harloff with Mark Ellis. Mark, this
Ernie
tournament
McCracken
has been just insane with all of the talent that we have. But man, this match here today, two of the really most knowledgeable, a former champion in the mix here too. This is a
I
solid
was
match
not
between
a fan of that
Android
movie.
Marc Andreyko and the big Kahuna Matt Atchity.
Android, Kahuna, and Christian. When you say names like
I've said it
that,
multiple
they take
times.
us all the way back to the very
I do not like
origins of the movie
the
trivia
Fairley Brothers
Schmoedown.
Kingpin,
And now look
or
at
the
it.
Fairley
This
Brothers
is
doing a
what
bowling
is
movie. I
the
much
that's
prefer
what it
Coen
is.
Brothers
And it
doing
just
a
keeps
bowling
getting
movie.
stronger thanks in
Nice.
large part to competitors who like these two gentlemen.
You're out of your element,
Donnie.
Donnie.
A wealth of knowledge, Christian, but also a gamesmanship, a sportsmanship, if you will, and just a fervor for competition. Marc Andreyko certainly knows the ins and the outs of the game. He is passionate. He does not miss a match. Matt Atchity, on the other hand, the guy's got a lot of stuff going on. I can't blame him for that, but he is one of these competitors that I know you love.
I mean,
talking about.
if that's the case, then you would have expected Ellis to just pop up and have his
understand
name be the
gameplay enough
Jesus.
to advance in the tournament. I think Kahuna is coming in here with something to prove.
No,
He
nothing. Okay,
absolutely
cool.
is. I mean, I've had
Nobody
many
mess with the
conversations
Jesus.
about- With Matt Atchity. The difference in
See,
Matt
that
Atchity
phrase
and other
doesn't work when
competitors,
you're
Matt Atchity
editing it.
truly
I
loves
mean,
the
if you
Schmoedown.
can't say the
He
word,
enjoys the Schmoedown. He
it
enjoys
really
the
doesn't
aspect of
sound that
Schmoedown.
Yeah,
as powerful.
The similarity
Then it sounds
with
like you're
a
just saying
player
you don't
like,
mess
say,
with the
like
Jesus.
Seibold
You don't mess with
is
the
that
Jesus like,
he
okay.
still
Too
hasn't
early to
learned
make a
all the
Gohan
rules
reference
of
at this
the
point.
game just yet.
No.
He's been playing since
Not
season
yet.
2, and it's been something that has hurt.
If you guys don't know what I'm
And
talking
he's
about,
also
go back and
a
watch
really good person, as evident
the last pay-per-view.
year when he won the match, would have been in the finals for the tournament, and challenged his own win. Which he
This
probably
was
at this point,
insane. Oh
even though
my
he's not
God.
Noble, when you go back to it, well, I'll tell you right
Look,
now.
I
if Sam
love his,
Levine was
sportsmanship
manager
heart.
then, he probably would have
Love
jumped
it.
on him right before he made the challenge, put a piece of
Yeah.
tape on his mouth, and walked out the door. Because
The integrity, the sportsmanship was
You know, I mean,
fantastic.
I think that challenging
Gameplay
your own
strategy,
question,
though,
the
you're like,
only movie comparison I can draw is in the other guys when Derek Jeter
Yeah.
actually gets his foot shot by Mark Wahlberg's cop. So I think that you talk about somebody who is clearly above the
Guys, I'm
line
very
when it
distraught right
comes
now.
to
There is no Molly there.
events.
There's a severe lack of Molly happening right
questionable.
now.
I think that
Yes,
challenging your
where
own
is she?
question has got to
The
be up
icon.
there with- I don't know what to
Molly the icon.
The whole reason we're watching this is for Molly.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna leave.
Why we have two great
I
competitors.
don't watch it if Molly's not in the background.
If you want to take off, we'll DM you on Twitter whenever
Yeah.
Molly appears on screen.
Try me again tomorrow. See if she's in that one.
Okay,
No,
All right.
we'll see you.
And that's why I think Sam Levine is going to be.
Oh, she might be coming back. Okay, there you go.
Oh yeah, there. Okay.
When the day comes that Matt
She
Atchity
might pop up
learns this
still.
game
She-
as well
sometimes
as say
she
Marc
rolls up.
Andreyko.
Yeah,
then
let's just
Matt
leave you
Atchity
here
is
because
gonna
you
hit
want to be
that
here the
tens of y'all
instant
thought
Molly
that he
appears
would.
on screen.
Marc
Yeah,
Andreyko,
that's
on
why
the
I'm
other
here.
hand, is
So.
already a dangerous player.
We're still talking about the dog,
Marc Andreyko is a
right?
Former teams
Yeah.
champion.
Yes,
Marc
we're not
Andreyko
talking about
during
any
his
other form of
quarantine
Molly
has
that we're
watched
waiting
every
to get. No.
Just-
No.
just
match.
making
He's been very
sure.
vocal about it
Yeah.
on a lot of different shows. He's gone back through all the things, watching Inner Geekdom matches, watching everything.
Hi, Danny. That's not our
Hi,
name.
Danny.
Singles champion. It's the one thing in his career that he's in his
kidding.
Schmoedown career that he's.
Are we
We're the
still
c-
calling you the
and he
cinema
hasn't done
fanatics?
what he's
Because
done.
We're the
I
cinnamon
Whatever he
fanatics.
wants to do it.
At least
So
we got past
Cinnamon?
the cinnamon fanatics.
It's just a bit. We
because
told you.
what
take
was
our-
that? It was the
Drag you through the story.
nomination
Here it is.
for the award, and you got
Nomination
called,
for the nomination.
nomination for the nomination.
At the end of
And
Yeah, we
you got-
were on that one.
Yeah.
and you got called the cinema fanatics again.
Cinnamon.
That one was a whole. I remember that list was a whole ass mess. It was like cinema fanatic, chill to action.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
We do the cinnamon fanatics. We take our cinnamon very seriously here.
Yeah.
Ooh, promo.
Actually, I would talk a lot of crap
Roxy,
to
my
you, but
queen.
Sometimes you just go ahead and beat yourself.
Oh,
We had a challenge issued on that last question for the family by their opponent, Matt Atchity.
In addition to being a really super nice guy, Matt has deep reserves of knowledge. The only issues that I have against me is, took me a while, but I've learned how to play the game.
Marc Andreyko, he is the android. He is one of the best players that we have seen in this league.
Marc Andreyko is possibly the most underrated Schmoedown player of all time. He's brilliant.
I would agree with that.
Champion.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Andreyko's a great player. He absolutely is. But
oh, so many
Look at
vibes.
that
Wayne.
beard.
And sometimes knows the
So many
rules,
vibes.
and once in a while in a blue moon forfeits a win.
do I have to ask for the repeat?
He's been playing longer than I have, but he still does things like ask for multiple choice in the last round.
The man knows the game. The man is not rusty. I have been working with him, and he is razor sharp.
I've been looking at the rules. I've been reading the rules. I've been memorizing the rules.
Oh my gosh, his quarantine look though.
My accent,
Yeah.
dragged out the time. That's not happening anymore, right? I'm me. This is me. I'm not
Dude,
playing.
I
anyone
love that
else.
costume that they did with Gray Drake, the
So,
Boris and Natasha look. Oh,
This could be the upset of the tournament.
Let me do you a favor. Let's just knock you out of this
Matt
tournament
Atchity winning
so
here
you
would
get
not be an
back
upset,
to
in my
what you
opinion.
really love, because clearly
No, I think Matt Atchity has always had the potential to win every match he's lost.
Statement.
Yeah.
He just, it always comes down to either like just the way he has played in terms of the game
After this is
or
over,
just lack of knowledge with the questions he gets. But I think he's always been capable of being a really strong competitor and being a contender for a belt. I just think he just has had bad luck.
Yeah, for sure.
Andreyko and Roxy, big story here.
This is something that we
Roxy
didn't
really
comment
going
on
really
those
well,
that
Andreyko and Snyder
where we
here,
talk
for
about,
the
and I love the lack of
where
like
Sam
chill
Levine
against
needs this
Atchity in that
big
promo
win.
too,
Both
right at the
suspects
beginning
and
there.
the Rockstars
We
are
talk about him
in,
not knowing how to
they're
play
in
the
trouble
game,
right now. When
but
you
the thing
have
is that
teams
he's
like
got
Swag
Sam in his
and
corner now, and
Corruption
Sam
and
knows how to
Vince
play the
Atchison
game.
all fighting
It's
for
Yeah.
that one spot. Teams like the
So
Rockstars
I
and the
think,
usual
yeah, I mean, you
suspects
see Sam
need
there
every
say like,
point
we've
that
been
they
working
can
on
get,
it.
Mark.
I'm expecting big things out of Atchity on this one, actually.
I think that's a big thing with a lot of these competitors now, especially in virtual. You get to see what each manager tells them during a match.
Yeah.
Because, and like that's what I really like about the factions is that someone always has someone in their corner now, no matter what.
They had and with the managerial capability-
Whether you're Matt Atchity, who's been playing for 4 years, or you're just new to the game,
Say this, Christian.
but
I
there's
know
always
that
someone telling you and reminding you how to play.
You're going to remember for all time. Maybe it's the challenge of one in question. Maybe it's Marc Andreyko doing something similar to what he did at the very first free for all, clearing the table. We're going to get something good today, partner.
Well, we're going to talk to both the managers of the Rockstars.
Like Big Willie
Roxy
Nelson.
Stryer, and
Seriously,
from a sauna,
what do you think of
he
it?
is
Uh,
Sam Levine.
I catch the
All
joke
right,
there, but
Sam,
also more so,
all cards on the table.
I
It
feel
is
like
how
he's
hot
he's
in your
rocking more Jimmy
apartment at the moment.
Buffett than anything.
I'm not
Yeah.
kidding. It's approaching 100.
Wasting away again at Margaritaville.
Well, look, you're on the fence.
he looks like he needs a cheeseburger in paradise.
Yes.
Nice.
I legitimately thought about coming out here with no shirt on. I'm not wearing pants for that matter.
Fair enough.
Why did he go Suburban Commando?
Rock, this is
Quite possibly one of the best Hulk
Oh my
Hogan
God,
movies of
I
all
love her
time.
makeup look.
Ken Snyder would
Wow.
serve as your number one pick in draft. And
Not relevant.
match, Who's the Boss had to set the record in order to knock them out of the contention. But Andreyko has been studying. Andreyko is ready. How ready?
My brother knows about makeup.
Match?
Really ready. I
Yeah?
mean, there's nobody
Joker
who
makeup?
is handling quarantine in terms of the
I mean, it's
Schmoedown
theatrical
like
makeup,
Draco.
but
He's
still.
been doing a ton of studying, flashcards, watching so many movies, and just has a great attitude coming into today. I know this is his game to win, and I'm really excited to watch him play.
Okay, and Sam, by proxy, Matt Atchity is somebody who maybe isn't the most familiar with every in and out in the Schmoedown rulebook, but I know
Who's
you
your guys'
are.
favorite
So,
manager this year?
Look at today as far as you having to really suit up and
Favorite. Some of it's changed over like almost every other match or so. I think my opinion changes.
Yeah. I haven't really talked to y'all about like the 2020 season, so I don't even know like what y'all are feeling.
There's so many different ways to break that down. There's favorite manager, there's favorite manager right now, and then there's just which one of the individuals who are managers are just your favorite human being.
Yes. The answer is all of them. But
It's true.
yeah.
Kate is pretty high on the favorite human being list.
Who is?
Kate.
Kate, yeah.
But Winston's got he's got the management style, he's got the swag.
I mean, Winston,
everything.
I feel like wins that award alone on when Chandler won that belt. That was such an icon. Like him crying, like Chandler crying, Winston crying, just everyone. Wow, that was so cute.
All right. Well, congratulations. This is a big match.
And then I think
Good luck to you
Robert
both.
plus makeup
And
equals
we'll,
ratings.
see you in a
Yeah,
moment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We'll always have love for
obviously
for Coy and for Kaiser also.
And Robert Montano.
Yeah, Kaiser's a king.
Snyder, so that,
Shannon's
we're
a
gonna see
queen. Roxy's a
there, and
queen.
obviously-
Everyone's iconic. I
Del
don't
Rio
hate any of them.
So Roxy's got a couple
Everybody,
matches here
every
to
manager is
win some
royalty.
points, but as we saw what Sam did with managing Ethan, it ain't gonna be easy. So here it is.
Ken's got his own nights.
Roxy looks fired up, and she's got
Maybe.
Central AC. Sam,
Am I back?
Green, hot as can be.
Hello.
He shouldn't have brought all those cold
Yeah, there you
coffee
are.
beverages to my place
Okay,
because
it
then
like
we'd be cold
froze for a second.
right now. George,
Yeah.
on his part, I think that's the
Okay.
last time I'm gonna
Barely
say
even
that.
noticed.
Sam will be
Okay,
in
cool.
today's
Just
match.
want to make sure.
Managers, Christian, meet our
Just
competitors.
thought you were really taken aback by something I said
Ladies
just
and
then.
gentlemen,
Yeah,
You're
no,
just
I-
like intently focused on watching.
No, all of a sudden, like y'all, like y'all turned into like little circles, and then the video dropped out, and then they came back. I don't know. That was I've never seen that happen on StreamYard.
How dare Chris say the word royalty?
Suspect.
Yeah.
With a record of 0 wins, 1 defeat in the singles division. He is the big Kahuna, Matt Atchity.
Is he playing outside? Oh my god.
Perfect setting. I'm gonna
I
believe
love
that
it.
you are in Hawaii. That's what I'm gonna believe. Even if
I'm in my element, as I said. Lush greenery. I'm all set.
Ryan in the comments said that no one has mentioned Gucci yet, and I thought Abby was a Gucci-verse girl. Yes, that is true. I do love Tom.
In Tom Dagnino's words,
we've heard this.
This goes
about
without
you
saying.
fans since season
Yeah,
2.
I don't need to mention. I thought it. Yeah,
Third
I don't
round,
need
yeah.
to hype him up. He doesn't need it because he knows he's the best.
Do you think that you have been your own worst?
he's won
enemy
manager of the
when
year
it's
for
come
like
to this
3
game?
year in a row.
Yeah,
It's Gucci.
I don't think so.
Finstock Exchange, they'll be okay.
Like if I mess
Let's
up
talk about all the new
rules
managers on the
before,
scene.
Sure.
Yeah.
I still stand by my challenge from that last game.
Ooh, really?
Oh, T. That's the T.
Not that somebody misunderstood a question. So on that one, I don't think that's a loss of the rules.
The wind, like blowing his hair, is just so majestic. Honestly,
Strategies.
I would do exactly what he's doing. I would definitely play outside.
I'm
Yeah.
just mesmerized by the beard.
I'm battle ready.
I know.
I can't do that. Like
And they
that is
have
just glorious.
pre-game ritual that they all use to get into their.
I'm just
preferred
more
mental
kind of shocked
headspace.
that he's been
Some,
laid on
they-
screen.
They do a lot of jump rope and push-ups. Others, they just focus
What?
and zone in. And
Sorry,
then
what?
for someone like you, it just seems
He's got
like
he's got a lay.
go into
Yeah.
Yeah. I got it.
For a minute, what did all you people think I was saying?
What?
Before the match.
What did you think?
What did y'all think?
Inebriate? No. Look, like those of us that do this, we do this because we love movies, right? I have the career I have because I love going to movies. So I spend the day thinking about movies, and I'll look at old stuff, and I'll look at new stuff, and I'll just kind of like, think about things I may not know off the top of my head and study and try and get those neurons firing. I mean, I'm a little older than maybe.
Man, I can't wait till the day when all I have to do during my day is just think about movies.
I
know, right?
And I can rock that kind of a beard, and I can just sit in my backyard and just think about movies.
There you go.
I'm ready.
Janine.
Janine.
I have to be like up here, so I can be like, "Hi, Janine."
Gonna put you in.
Our chat has been blessed.
It has. The queen is here. The machine is here.
Representing the Rock Stars with a record of 6 wins.
Again, this is still my favorite
and
faction theme.
Rockstars is.
I like all the themes, but this one's
I'm kind of a simp for the swag theme, but
swag is a close
pretty
second.
good.
The Android. Marc
Either way, David B is.
Oh my god.
David B is a genius.
Didn't know we were here, huh? You were here, yeah. Hey. Listen, Mark, this is.
Mark's so cute. I just want to be his best friend.
At one point, I think it was season 2018, after you had that just grueling run in both singles and teams, and obviously in the singles, you did pretty well, and then you wound up losing the #1 contender.
I don't know if anybody can dislike Marc Andreyko.
I remember after that match,
I don't think it's possible.
If you do, you're a terrible person. Sorry.
Just too much. And then the beginning of
You just have no love in your heart.
Yeah.
There's more tea.
To come back and make
So
your.
the tea. We're drinking so much tea, I might have to use the bathroom soon. So.
Like, okay. Somebody needs to put the kids back at the kids' table and let the adults play the game.
Fair enough. Okay.
Yeah, Mark, not a lot of words necessary for some of these questions, and maybe this is another one coming at you. I asked Matt Atchity about his pre-show ritual, and he seems very relaxed.
I honestly like. I want to set up a hidden
slow
camera.
pulse. You don't tend to get
Put Marc
phased by the
Andreyko
bright
in a
lights.
room
Is there
and
any
catch
sort
his
of
reaction
pump-up ritual you have
when
before
Henry
you
Cavill walks
take the
in.
stage?
Actually,
Girl.
the other way.
Him and me both.
In my head, I get agitated.
Janine would be excited too. I know she's still here.
And
I gotta be honest, I would also.
just like interacting with human beings.
Yeah, I mean it's freaking Henry Cavill. So
whatever happens, as long
Superman, The Witcher.
win. So as long as we're
I would
That
catch
one Kane from the Tudors. I don't know who he plays on it.
Count of Monte Cristo.
Yeah.
I would actually have to ask to get a video of both of us.
And now
He's Sherlock Holmes.
Oh yeah.
What the heck?
Yeah, from Mission Impossible when he goes into that fight.
Oh my god.
I'd have to have a video of doing that with him.
8 questions will be asked.
I even love Henry Cavill when he has his Justice League CGI mouth. And you know what? I think that's really talented.
Utensil you have handy. You have about 15
That
seconds
speaks a
to do
lot.
so.
Yeah.
By name to reveal your answer.
Hey Henry, just to let you know, you should probably grow a mustache.
Into the microphone.
You get an odd baby mouth there with the.
There is no stealing, at least not in round number 1. You each have 3 usages.
We got like a running gag on a tagline for our thumbnails. Every time I put Henry Cavill as Superman on there, I got to stick the mustache on him as well.
Yes, I have seen that.
point throughout the 3-round.
You're not supposed to call out the running gags. You're just supposed to let them run.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it on the tagline. I'm calling it out here.
That the challenge is taking place. Christian, I think we got new.
It's okay. Someday we'll teach him about
Marketing.
the mystique and everything of doing
That's for
shows.
the Patreon.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Kahuna, are you ready?
Aloha.
We don't have many behind the scenes things to say. Save it all for the Patreon.
Round number 1, question number 1 in the realm of action/adventure. Who directed the 2010 film The Expendables?
I really like that quote, Christian. If you lose by 8, come on, you still won.
I guess. And 5.
Means I'm undefeated. 3,
Freeze.
2,
1. Pens down. Mark.
Sylvester Stallone?
Yes. Atchity?
Sliced oil.
Oh my gosh, the whiteboard is amazing.
1-1.
Sylvester Stallone.
It's
And our next
Sly.
question, Mark.
And what a great job he did with that movie. Your next question is in the world of crime movies, crime film. Your question. What two actors played the titular duo in 1967's Bonnie and Clyde? I'm sure you remember this, but I'll ask you anyway. Who was our special guest?
Dang it.
Expendables review.
Arnold, 5, 4.
I can see your face. I can't pull the name.
Repeat the question for Marc Andreyko.
Oh,
Go ahead.
thank you.
All right. The question in the world of crime movies. What two actors played the titular duo in 1967, Bonnie and Clyde? The answer is Roddy Piper, Christian.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. These two are the best.
Right. And 5,
I have no clue about this
3,
question.
2,
Oh, I can't pull her name.
and
I'm gonna feel stupid too.
Abby, if I miss these, I'm blaming you.
Faye
Oh,
Dunaway.
you're gonna. Yeah, you can do that.
And the Oscar goes to La La Land. Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway.
Yes.
I got Warren Beatty.
Here it is.
And Draco makes me feel like I should have gotten that now.
Dramas.
Thanks, Andreyko.
Dramas. What famous actor was the director of 1994's quiz show?
Yep.
I think I might start doing that from now on too. So call them directors.
Director. I did that. I knew you were going to comment on that.
This one was an easy one to pull the name.
Check my
Yeah,
comment on this. 5,
You're what?
that's good to know.
2, 1. Pens down.
Kind of helps if it's the same name.
And
Yeah.
Marc Andreyko.
Robert Redford.
Yes. Actually,
Yeah.
Roberto Redfordo.
yes. And we have a 3-3
Robert Redford.
game.
That's not what I was.
I am not a Roberto.
To the category of 90s movie. Excuse me, 1990s
God
movies.
dang it,
And your
Abby.
question,
I'm just kidding.
Sorry.
title character in 1997,
Yes.
George of the Jungle.
Now that's a movie I loved watching when I was a kid.
Java.
I recently rewatched it again as an adult, and
How'd it hold up?
Still holds up.
it holds up in places.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Matt.
JTE rule.
No, time ran out.
Guys, I broke
Time ran out. Who'd you
my
have?
desk for that joke.
Then I have Brendan.
Good job.
You really?
There,
It
God.
sounded like it.
And Draco.
Brendan Fraser.
Brandon Fraser is
Yep,
correct.
Brendan Fraser.
Put an I in there. I don't think there needs to be
Got to
one.
get those JT rule requests in before the
Brendan
countdown.
Frazier.
Yeah, jump.
All right, so here is the here's the next question. Here's the next question. Fantasy sci-fi. Which MCU actor plays James Conrad, leader of an expedition in Kong,
Yep.
Skull Island?
Keep in mind, there's what 3 MCU actors in that
You
movie.
got in that big battle. You got
Yes.
Kong, Godzilla.
Name them all.
It's a chip. They're gonna. Team
Oh, I can name them all.
5, 4.
Which one was the answer?
I can't remember who was Conrad.
Hands down, hands up, and we start with Marc Andreyko.
Tom Hiddleston.
Yes, and Matt Atchity.
Okay.
Oh, it is not Samuel L. Jackson.
Tom Hiddleston, Samuel Jackson, and Brie
Marc
Larson.
Andreyko goes up by 2 here. 5-3. 5-3 as we get to our next question. Number 6, Mark.
That's right. Matt Atchity could use a correct answer here, and the category is comedy.
Rubbing it in, Mark.
The question is, what 2000 spoof movie stars Anna Faris and Marlon Wayans?
I misspelled it.
Yeah.
Headers right down. Things I miss about the
Wait,
live
what'd you
shows.
misspell?
That's laughter.
The first word.
4,
I forgot the C.
2.
I was going to call it.
Hands
I
down.
was going to call it a Sari movie.
Scary movie.
Yes, and Marc Andreyko.
The original title for Scream. Scary movie.
Yeah.
Scary movie.
6,
How do
4,
I can
6,
never
4.
aim my
As
whiteboard
we
right.
get to question number 7.
I could be used to this by now.
/thriller. Anthony LaPaglia plays a doll maker named Samuel Mullins, whose daughter, nicknamed B, dies when she accidentally steps in front of a car in what 2017 film?
I had no idea that Scream was originally going to be called Scary Movie. That's a fun.
Oh,
fact.
really? Oh, yeah.
I might have forgotten it. I knew a lot of stuff that I used to know.
I just watched Scream the last couple days.
I don't do horror movies, so
2.
Repeat the question.
All right, Marc Andreyko, second one. Anthony LaPaglia plays a doll
This is
maker
right.
named Samuel Mullins, whose daughter, nicknamed B, dies when she accidentally steps in front of a car. In what 2017 film? Second one.
Doing a Scream 5.
You said you just watched Scream the other day?
And it's gonna
Yeah, I watched Scream and then Scream
Sounds
2.
thrilled.
Yeah, let it go.
So-
What'd you think?
5,
I like them. I will be watching Scream 3 very shortly.
2, 1. Pens down, please. And Marc Andreyko.
Annabelle Creation.
That's right. Marc and Atchity.
Mm.
Oh, so it's not just Annabelle, I guess.
It is not. So
Yeah, that's what I put was Annabelle.
It's okay, Atchity. I'm with you.
You guys gotta clarify. There's a couple of them.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out if it was actually one of the Annabelle movies at all.
Correct. Then he and only he.
Doll
will have the
Maker
bonus question.
kind of tipped me
Yeah.
off there, but that's about it.
In his way is the category
That's about as far as that went.
animated movie.
But Annabelle came out before 2017.
Question: in the world of films drawn by hand or on a computer, who provides the voice of Gomez Adams in 2019's The Addams Family?
Someone who should be playing a live action Gomez
Music of the
Adams.
snaps.
Right?
Stop singing.
You
5.
need to give me.
I want Christian badly singing the Addams Family
Matt
theme
Atchity.
song in my head all the time.
Oh yeah,
Correct. And Marc Andreyko.
Robert, did you not have that?
I forgot it was Oscar Isaac that was doing Gomez. Yeah.
5.
What'd you
So
say?
Oscar Isaac.
This
I-
question
like-
I'm just gonna roast you if you get it wrong now.
for you and only you. You do not have to write it down. You just have to answer it. So, are you ready?
Sure.
Here it is.
Well, I can keep up with Matt
Who
Atchity at least.
plays Roger Dearly in the 1996 live-action adaptation
Jeff
of
Daniels.
101
Oh yeah.
Jeff Daniels.
That's correct.
My stupid head got confused with Garfield, and I was about to say Breckin Meyer.
9 points. 9 points as excusing himself.
Breckin Meyer's in Herbie Fully Loaded.
For round number 2, Mark, how's it go?
Just so you know.
This is gonna be random, like Herbie Fully Loaded. Like no.
Yeah, you know what? It all comes back to Herbie Fully Loaded at some point.
It's the wheel.
Six
Like the
degrees of
6
Herbie
degrees,
Fully
6
Loaded.
degrees of Herbie Fully Loaded.
Yes.
Screw Kevin Bacon.
You don't have to bring to your houses. So you get a spin with your mind, and once we settle on a category, you're going to have 4 questions in said genre of movie trivia Schmoedown know-how.
All right, so Andreyko's killing it right now.
For missing a question,
Yeah, what do y'all have?
feeling is available.
I am tied with Atchity.
So we ask you
Okay.
questions.
Yeah, I'm at 4.
Ask us from multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options. none of which
How
is
have
the
you guys been doing
correct
this
point. The
singles
value of the
tournament
question goes
in
down.
terms of your scores?
So
You're doing pretty good.
Marc
You're doing pretty
Andreyko
good.
enjoying now because that bonus round question, a 9 to
Faring
5, just like the movie.
very well.
Over Matt Atchity.
I feel like I
So,
could
Andreyko,
keep up
you may
at
now
least
consult with your manager,
within the first
Roxy
round, maybe 2
Schreier,
rounds.
for 60 seconds to
Yeah.
determine whether you'd like to spin first or defer to your
Now-
Hawaiian opponent.
All right.
We should see how I do if I start
I'm proud of
studying.
you right now. You're crushing
Yeah.
it. You're doing an amazing job, and I'm glad that you used those JTs because when
Something that I figured out once I went to my first live event was
and first,
how instrumental the manager position is, and specifically with watching Roxy manage
yeah, I
her team. What's that team called? Marc Andreyko and Jeff Snyder. Why am I blanking on that team? Odd couple. Watching her manage them live was really interesting to see, and I've been a fan of her as a manager ever since.
I really like seeing all the managers kind of at play during Spectacular.
look killer.
They were all standing off to the side.
Yeah, seeing like Kaiser and Gucci getting in
Yeah.
or on the side.
Wheel is, and here is the first spin by Marc Andreyko.
Here we go, Mark. I need the good karma.
Wheel
Good
of morality.
rockstar
Turn, turn,
karma
turn.
coming this way. I can feel it.
Y'all know the rest.
All right, spin is in, and it's going to settle on fantasy
Fantasy
sci-fi.
sci-fi.
How do you feel about that
Spin
one?
again. Spin again.
Oh,
Here
come
we go
on.
around again.
Not even using the 60 seconds. All right, here
Nope,
it is.
we don't want that steal on that one either.
Fantasy
Marc
sci-fi
Andreyko, you
spinning
coward of a
on
wonderful human being.
Andreyko, cannot turd the sleeping bag.
Ooh,
and it
spinner's
was
choice.
choice.
A good choice.
Never mind. You
Hey, how
did the right
how you
thing.
feeling? What are you
I
thinking?
think 80s.
I think 80s too. That's exactly where my
Let's
gut
do
was.
80s.
I think you got this. Take your time. You've got
Try to
one.
see what all else is on there.
multiple choice if you need it, but if you feel confident,
It's gonna be
you got
fun.
This. Yeah.
I have one question. So Matt only gets the questions if I miss them after this is done, right?
Same way that we do it.
Yep, exact same way. But you're not going to miss them, so don't even put that in your head right now. You got this, Draco. You're off by a lot. So
See, that's some quick. Like you're not gonna miss them anyway. So get that out of your head.
Way to go, Mark.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't worry about missing.
Drop you out.
Ain't gonna be a thing.
Gonna bring
Had a perfect first round. I mean,
Matt Atchity. All right. So Marc Andreyko is gonna have 4 questions in the realm of the 1980s. The 1980s. All right, here you go. Marc Andreyko, are you ready?
I am.
All right, fellas, let's make sure we can see those tiny digits so they're not asking G's anything. Well done.
That's right. Hands up.
We can't see your digits. They're above the frame.
Popeye and Olive Oil have to take care of a young infant that they call
Sweet
what?
pea.
Sweet pea.
Yes, 2 points. All right. Throughout the film Empire of the Sun, Jim manages to hold on to 2 objects through his perils: his toy plane and what else?
Was that like a letter?
Definitely a multiple choice.
Is it A, a cufflink, B, a hat, C, a coin, D, a watch?
Watch.
Watch.
It's incorrect. Matt
Oh.
actually steal throughout the film. Empire.
C.
Let me finish.
See a coin. Oh, sorry.
It's all right. Throughout the film Empire of the Sun, Jim manages to hold on to 2 objects throughout his perils: his toy plane and what else? A, a cufflink, B, a hat, C, a coin, or D, a watch?
C, a coin.
That's correct for 1 point. One
Big
point.
steal.
Matt. Big steal. And we get to our next question here for
Abby, have you been keeping track how many of these are your questions?
all right, Mark.
A little bit, yeah. I don't really usually write
Who
80s.
was one of Ponyboy's brothers in 1980.
I'll say that.
Ralph Macchio.
Incorrect for the steal.
Ooh.
Who plays Soda Pop Curtis, one of Ponyboy's brothers in 1983's The Outsiders?
He's got to get this one right. Don't.
I don't get a
Oh.
multiple choice for this, do I?
Yeah, there it is.
What did you say, Marc Andreyko?
I said Ralph Macchio.
Okay, yeah, right. That is incorrect. All right.
Yeah, Matt, no multiple choice for you.
And it's running right now. The clock.
Matt Dillon.
It's incorrect. Looking for Rob Lowe.
He needed that steal. That would have been a good steal for him right there.
Now has one question left. One question left. And here it is. All right. In 1984's The Karate Kid, what is the name of the sensei?
Sensei
at Cobra Kai. You need the first and last name.
I can see his face. Edited by Nerd Chronic.
Yeah, waiting for that to pop up.
5, 4.
Repeat the question.
That's your last one, and here it is.
Oh, what was his name?
So,
Look, I'll pop it up for him.
In 1984's The Karate Kid, what is the name of the sensei at Cobra Kai? First and last name.
You're talking about Martin Cove, right?
Yes.
I know the actor and I know the last name. I know the first
Martin
name.
Cove's character?
Yeah.
5.
I go multiple choice.
Yep, multiple choice here.
Reese. Yeah. It was like Martin Reese.
Silver.
Or
B,
no, John Kreese.
C,
John Kreese. Yeah.
D, Paul Dugan go with B, John Kreese. That's correct. 1 point. All right, so Marc Andreyko fights his way through. He still has a 6-point lead here in the.
That's not the direction you want to go in if you get a spinner's choice. You really want to hit something and just run the table.
Now.
Yeah.
Okay, Matt, that was great. He went first and had spinner's choice and picked his category and did not crush
If
it.
Atchity does run the table, he's in
so,
great comeback territory on this game.
Let's spin the wheel, man. Let's see. What
I feel like John Madden when I'm saying stuff like that.
Unless you go
Which is a common joke that's been playing on SEN Live right now.
If you miss it. So
The player who scores the most points will win the game.
Yeah, man, I feel real good about this. 6 points is
Thanks, John Madden.
Sorry,
Appreciate it.
That's usually how games are won.
because I could have sworn I said that JTE rule. I think there was a sound lag, but
I think there was a lag too, and I wanted to.
Games are usually won but either by scoring the most points or capturing your mouse in the trap by the end of it.
All right, here's the wheel. And
Did you really reference
here's the spin.
the Mousetrap board game?
I love that game.
It was a good spin, man.
All right. Big opportunity here
Thank
for
you.
Matt
Thank
Atchity, Christian. He can actually have the lead going into round 3.
Yeah, which would be big for him.
I love it when I
It's
nail the
director.
points before Ellis
Director,
does.
60 seconds to decide if you want director.
It makes me feel so good or something. I don't know.
What do you think? Do you think there's other stuff on that wheel without saying it out loud that you'd rather get?
I feel like at the very least I could hit a multiple choice if I needed to on this one.
On directors, you feel that good, or would
On
you?
directors? Yeah, no, I feel
good?
good on this one. Yeah.
Okay, man. If you feel,
I feel like
good, then
directors
I'll-
would probably be a good one for
Right
him.
off the bat.
Yeah.
Multiple choice and nail it that way.
Okay, don't.
Those more
do not be afraid to
prestigious
go
categories
multiple
usually
choice,
work well
you
for people who
still
work
have
in the
all three
journalism
KCP
side of
rules, so
the movie sphere.
All right.
All right.
We're going to remove Sam Levine here. We're going to bring back Mark Andreyko.
I consider that like
All right, Matt
awards,
Atchity,
directors,
4 questions in that
the actual
realm.
actors and actresses.
Let's see.
Reference the Mousetrap movie based on the Mousetrap board game.
You know what, Ryan?
Here we go.
Oh, I guess
What's-
okay. Your
What is it?
category,
The score is
Matt Atchity.
12-6.
The score at the moment, yes, is 11-6. Oh, no, 12-6.
12-6.
Excuse me, yeah, 12-6.
Okay.
12-6. Okay, here it is, 12-6.
You know what you can do, Ryan?
All
You
right,
can
Matt
just
Atchity,
keep
you
coming
have
back to every
started
single one of our
category
videos.
Yes, he can.
Just
Question
keep
number 4, 2
watching.
points. Unless
Just
you go
keep
multiple
watching
choice.
us. Jeez.
How many times has Ron Perlman
Oh,
been directed by Guillermo del Toro?
1, 2, 3,
20 seconds. For this.
3. I think.
I think 3 also. I want to say the first, the 2 Hellboys and a Pacific Rim.
Nope. 4.
Z and Pan's Labyrinth.
Blade 2.
5.
Oh,
Multiple choice.
Blade,
yeah, that's right.
Blade
That's
2 was,
right.
was Guillermo del Toro also.
Is it A3?
That's a good one.
B4?
See, the problem with questions like this is like you lose a point going down because
A3.
you just go with your gut.
Correct.
Like
Mark
the
Andreyko,
multiple choice
you
is
have
just going to be a number.
I'm going to
Yeah.
repeat
Yeah.
the question and the options before you wager your guess. In the category of
You might as well
directors,
just
how many
try to
times
count
has
movies in
Ron
your head and then
Perlman
go
been
for it.
directed by Guillermo
Yeah.
del Toro? Is it
But if you miss
A3,
it, he gets a 2-pointer.
B4,
That is the other side of it too.
or
That's
D6?
that's a strategic reason to go for multiple choice at this point. There's no guarantee your opponent won't hit that 2 point.
Yeah.
4.
Incorrect. Looking for 5. You got
Ha.
Chronos, Blade 2, Hellboy, Hellboy 2, and of course Pacific Rim.
All right, well, next
Wait, what was the first one he said?
next question, Mark.
All right, Matt Atchity, this is to you for 2
I
points.
don't know. We'll have to rewind.
Franchise director.
I did not want to hit the volume.
Also helmed the film. Which
Oh,
two Hellboy,
Kronos.
Hellboy 2, and
Alan's
Incorrect.
picking out it, Kronos.
You got Chronos, Blade 2, Hellboy, Hellboy 2, and of course Pacific Rim.
All right,
You nailed all of them but Kronos.
question.
Completely forgot about Kronos.
All right, Matt Atchity, this is to you for 2 points. Which Harry Potter
Also, welcome, Alan.
franchise director also helmed the film The Legend of Tarzan?
Mm.
Harry Potter director.
Multiple choice, please.
All right.
Yeah.
Is it A, David Yates, B, Mike Newell, C, Chris Columbus, or D, Alfonso
I
Cuarón?
want to say David Yates.
It's not Chris Columbus, and I don't think it's.
Mike Newell.
That is incorrect.
I don't believe it's Alfonso Cuarón either.
Steal
No.
here, Marc Andreyko.
David Yates.
Which Harry Potter director?
Like,
also
guys, let
helmed
us read the
film
question,
The
please.
Legend of Tarzan. And the question options: is it A, David Yates, B, Mike Newell, C, Chris Columbus, or D, Alfonso Cuarón?
David Yates.
That is a steal for 1 point. And what a huge steal that could be, Christian.
Yeah, he got himself back. There, he lost the point. In the last round, he got one of those points back. So now he's up by 7 as we get to Atchity's third.
That's right, Matt Atchity. Your penultimate question in the category of directors.
I said penultimate take a
Who
drink, even though we
directed
never
the
established
film
that.
Twin Peaks.
Oh, okay.
Peter Walk with
Who direct? That'd be Lynch. David Lynch.
David Lynch.
That is 2 points for Matt.
You said it, then he said it, so I'm gonna go
Indeed.
saying
All
that's
right,
the
so
correct
now
answer.
Matt Atchity has a chance to get himself within 3 if he can hit this last question here, Mark.
All right, Matt. And that question.
Video Drew's really happy we got that.
Yes.
What 1981
Yeah, for sure.
romantic thriller was the debut feature
Oh.
of director Lawrence Kasdan?
Was it Somewhere in Time?
feel like this is one of those that is floating in my head somewhere.
In time?
5.
Yeah, exactly.
4.
God, I want to say Body Heat. Can I get a multiple choice, please?
Multiple
Yes, you
choice.
Is it A, Dress
Nope.
to Kill, B, Body Heat, C, The Postman Always Rings Twice, or D, Absence of Malice?
Just go with it.
Go Body Heat.
The Body Heat.
Something your manager is currently going through. That is correct for another point.
Had he trusted his guts there, he would have had a 3-point deficit. Now it's
What
4
movie is
to
this?
go.
I don't know what
We're gonna
Body
be
Heat
here
was a remake of.
13-9
I don't know that either.
The third and final
Yeah,
round.
in the heat of the night,
That's
they both have
third
heat
round
in the
vote.
name.
Round number 3. This is the round that will determine the
I
outcome
don't
of the
know,
match unless we go to sudden death over.
Does that mean that movie Heat is a remake also?
They call me Mr. Body Heat.
Numbers. These numbers can range from 1 to 12.
Double Indemnity.
Number
Okay.
corresponds to a different corner of movie
Oh,
trivia
yeah,
Schmoedown.
duh.
Goodness.
Seriously,
The
come
first question
on.
here is worth 2 points.
Obviously, duh.
It's worth 5.
Come on, everybody.
Points.
That's
No, you cannot
so
choose the same
obvious.
number as your opponent. And
I'm
because
disappointed in all of us.
still has a 4-point lead over his competitor Matt Atchity. Mark, you're going
I actually knew it. I just didn't want to reveal it as a strength.
first. What feels fortunate?
clever.
Yeah.
5, 7, and 11.
Strategy.
Numbers I ever heard.
5, 7, and 11.
5, 7, and 11. You heard
All right.
that right, Mark. 5, 7, and 11. Don't forget it. Those were the best numbers.
For Atchity,
I heard 7-Eleven in there. Ken is perking up somewhere.
1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
1, 2.
Those numbers are awful. First is the worst.
I
Second
think
is
they're
the
great
best.
numbers.
Your numbers
Third is
are
the one who
awful,
forgot to
Roxy.
get dressed. Yep. Mhm.
Your
Can't we
numbers
all
are
just get along?
I don't think so.
Your
All right.
numbers are
Nope.
So we are
Yeah.
going
Numbers like that.
all right, now 60 seconds.
With numbers
Roxy,
like
got,
that.
to talk to Andreyko starting now.
Mark, you and I definitely can get along because your round 1, you had a perfect round. Let's get back.
But if you didn't have a perfect round, we
2,
would not be getting
both
along.
sides.
Yeah.
You're my manager.
You're right past it. We've got round 3 right now. You're up by
What kind of
4
management
points.
is that?
Your game. Stay
It's
calm.
tough love.
You've got this. Somewhere inside you is the knowledge and is the answer to each one of these questions. I know that because you're one of the most knowledgeable people in this entire game. So give yourself.
That's Roxy. Pop off.
How are you feeling? Okay.
Do I have one JT rule?
She's
or
such a
none?
good champion of her players.
You have used
Yeah.
you've used all of your JTEs, but that doesn't.
Oh, that's the downside. He's already used all of his JTEs.
I know that you can. So make sure you hit a couple of these 3.
He is 4 points ahead, so that's helpful.
All right,
But
so Roxy's done there. Sam,
yeah,
I would always want to have at least the one JTE for that 5-pointer, just in case.
Like,
Yeah.
like Roxy said,
Yeah.
it wasn't, a stellar round 2 for either player, but that's great because the 4-point differential between round 1 remained after round 2, which is perfect. No, that's exactly where you want to be because Mark is going to miss his 5-pointer, and that's where you're going to win the game.
this feels like a manager combo where there's just not a whole lot of fire going off between the two of them.
Yeah.
So there's some talk from the former champ and former
This
champ.
is more of a, hey, we're supposed to be against each other. Let's just say some slightly mean things.
Yes.
I would say I say that while I'm talking.
And
Yeah. They're actually doing it.
because we're trying to avoid the TKO here.
It's all right. Make me look
Go first.
Now you're going to go first, and your
Okay, let's
category
see.
was category 1. Category 1,
Everybody hands
dance
up.
films. Dance films for category number 1.
Where's
Here
Bibiani?
2-pointer. This 2001 film about a ballerina who
Save the
lives
last.
The Last
in a
Dance.
Chicago neighborhood stars Julia Stiles and Sean Patrick Thomas.
Again, the benefit of being able to read the questions on the screen.
And an early Kerry Washington.
All I saw was dance film, ballerina, Julia Stiles, and I got it.
Yeah. Ballerina moves to Chicago.
Yeah.
Chicago. Got it.
5, 4.
It was a
3.
good movie.
Oh yeah, it feels good to get the 2-pointer.
This 2001 film about a ballerina who moves to an urban Chicago neighborhood.
I've been working out and stretching, therefore I can pat myself on the back. Look at that. No pulled muscles at all.
Not this time. Try it again on the 3-pointer and see what happens then.
5,
You're gonna overexert yourself.
Damn.
3, 2,
I mean, crap.
1. Nothing.
I don't have it. I don't have it.
Looking for Save the Last Dance. Save the Last Dance.
That's a big miss, Christian, because now Matt Atchity is going to have to get his 3-pointer. If he doesn't get that, he still can take a lead with his 5-pointer, but it's only going to be a 1-point lead.
He needs this 3. And
Somebody play some Hawaiian
Perfect
music.
Murder. Perfect Murder is a remake. It's a French film, I believe.
Films.
I can't remember.
crime films. Here you go. What 1996 film starring Brad Pitt and Kevin Bacon follows a group of friends who were in a boys' center and 13 years later, after being let out, put on trial for killing the head guard in a pub?
Is that like the? No.
Not
5, 4.
JTE rule, please.
All right, here it is. In what 1996 film stars Brad Pitt and Kevin Bacon following a group of friends who were in a boys' center and 13 years later, after being let out, are put on trial for killing the head guard in a pub?
It's a Kevin Bacon movie. I should know this.
Yeah, because you've done the 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon so much.
So many times.
Oh God, I can see the poster.
5, 4, 3.
This isn't it, but it's all I can think is
1.
clockers.
Looking for sleepers.
Ugh.
Okay.
All right, so we are actually down to this now. Matt Atchity has to hit his 5-pointer. If he hits it, it bounces back to Marc Andreyko. However, if he misses it, then the Rockstars and Marc Andreyko will pick up 4 big points with a TKO victory.
Ooh.
Here is the question.
Rockstars could use that.
Category 3. Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt movies.
I thought I
Here it is.
just got a Brad Pitt question.
Who plays the youngest Ludlow child, Sam?
Oh no.
In Legends of the Fall.
Thomas Elliott, or no, he plays Elliott in E.T. Not Tom.
Henry Thomas.
Henry Thomas. Yeah.
That's correct. So that
Knew
actually
Thomas was in there somewhere.
Dang, he kept himself in it.
Henry Thomas.
Ooh.
So it bounces back to Matt Atchity now. Matt Atchity avoids the TKO.
Elliott.
Marc Andreyko, however, just needs to hit one question.
I'll
One question,
be
and they will
right
eliminate whether it's the 2,
here.
the 3, or the 5. All right, here we go. Mark, you chose category number 5.
He did, Christian, and the nickel category corresponds to the wonderful.
I want some
world
Reese's
of
Pieces now.
Drew Barrymore.
Okay.
All right. Marc Andreyko. These questions are about Drew
One
Barrymore.
question.
In Scream.
Her personal life. Your question.
Oh, well, then I defer.
For 2 points and the win.
Throw him off.
Who plays Drew Barrymore's co-lead?
Jimmy Fallon?
in
Jimmy Fallon,
Fever
yeah.
Pitch?
Jimmy Fallon.
Got it.
Yes.
You hate to win a game on a Jimmy Fallon question.
Right.
Taking it. All right, Matt. Good Matt coming in. I'm going to put you in the waiting room at the moment. We'll bring you back in just a moment. Roxy, this is a big win. It's a big win. I mean, obviously, you still have Del Rio and Chance coming up. You still got Snyder coming up, but having one of the big dogs here take the first match and almost doing it with a TKO.
I am so glad we've been
after
able to
having
do
an
this like
okay
virtual season
round 2.
because
How you feeling?
if
Honestly,
not,
I didn't
so
want
many
to
of
say
these
this to
teams
Draco
would have gone without
beforehand,
points.
but
Like
we
the
need
Rockstars would have gone
this
without a
is
bunch of points.
100% we have
The
to
Yeah.
order to,
Quirky Mercs would have gone
move
without so many
forward
points. Like
because the
this is
Rockstars
so
had
good.
Some crap rounds this year, and Draco, I know I can always count on you to really bring it home when you have to, and you did here. Was this the cutest game I've ever seen? No, but honestly, I feel
Cutest.
good going into round 2 of this tournament. And Draco, I think that you could win this entire tournament. I really do. You're that good.
Yeah, Mark, I think your manager
I think
brings up a good
at the end of the day,
point.
like I love it
Not
when the
a
game is close.
offensive
When it comes down to the last question, I don't know who's going to win when Christian says and your winner, but I also like the idea of now that we're doing this,
Where do you
breaking the
think you
factions
can
up like this,
improve upon just your
not knowing
strategy
who's
with
going to be in
selecting
that
your
top
round 2
spot
wheel slice if
by
you're
the end of
fortunate enough to
Spectacular.
get Spinner's Choice.
I really like that.
Mostly, this was the first.
I really
match
like the
played
race for number 1 right now. It
Or-
makes it it's just another element, like you were just saying. It just makes it more exciting.
Especially because like right now, it's so because like bouncing back and forth between corruption and swag at the moment, and then at any moment,
Matt really is. 'cause
anybody in
Matt's
3rd and
super
4th could also
smart.
pop
Henry
back
Thomas
up in the
was-
number 1
I
spot.
knew it.
Yeah,
And glitched,
for
and
sure.
Christian said you got it. I was like, wait a minute, I didn't hear it. But yeah, I mean, it's just getting back in the scheme of things. So I'm glad we got this tournament up because I think matches, everyone's matches will get better once we, get off our
Roxy needs
fighting shape again.
Rockstars to do well in the singles tournament. She really has had
ultimately it was
a
close. So I think it was
bad year in terms of wins and pulling through with the faction.
No doubt about it. Now,
Yeah.
the other thing I was going to ask you though,
Yeah, because the Inner Geekdom
round
tournament and the Star Wars
two, you're
tournament
gonna
did
see yourself
nothing
face
for
to
the
face with
faction.
the kid.
No.
I don't believe you guys have ever competed.
And she had really promising players too.
Against Sam, but I don't think you've ever done one-on-one.
I say that somewhat knowing that
I know
Alex
you've been
Damon was in
impressed
the
with kid,
Inner
so
Geekdom
how
tournament.
do you,
So
prepare going into
Yeah.
this match in the next round?
And she
Which
just
he did
hasn't really
fantastic.
won anything with, like, she hasn't gotten points from Alex playing in Star Wars yet either.
yeah,
Like, she has a champion.
I'm not going to go
But-
into it here. I'll talk about it with Roxy.
I'm wondering if that might be like part of the downside of having a champion like that is that like
Yep.
some of these people might play, especially if they're in a tournament and they're winning, they're going to play multiple times, multiple points for your faction. While if you have a champion, you're probably only going to see them play once or twice throughout the season. And especially like Alex Damon being a Star Wars champion, he's probably only going to play once the entire year. So
Yeah.
It's the kids' match to lose.
unless you stick him in 9G.
that's the benefit to title matches
Deservedly so.
being weighted heavier.
No, it's,
Yeah.
oh, I thought you meant the opposite. No, it's your match to lose, Draco. There's no way. He's a kid. He gets so shook. Don't say there's never a match, Draco, where you are.
We're talking
not
about going up against Brendan Meyer.
in conversation.
That's a good one though, because Andreyko versus Brendan Meyer.
I think it's close.
That's
but I
exciting.
think-
I'm
I
I'm
think-
excited for that one.
Especially watching Brendan Meyer's last performance where he pulled like a whole lot of those like classic, like wow, like that just came out of nowhere type of
Somebody I
answers.
love to mess with. That kid, you get in his head and he can't hang. He just can't.
Well,
Yeah.
congratulations, Roxy. Big win for the Rock Stars here today. Marc Andreyko. I want to bring in Sam Levine before he melts into the floor. So
I think at this point, given what we've seen from Brendan Meyer so
I
far,
would love to be able to,
and Draco's probably one of the few competitors that I would say could actually
Remember that? Don't
Yeah.
forget what he said.
take
to
him
you,
out
Mark.
at this
you need
point.
to hang out with
Yeah.
Brendan Meyer. Here we go. So
For
we're going to
sure.
remove them for a moment.
And Draco is a former champion. He has what it takes to be a singles champion. I think this tournament could really be it for him.
Look, you can tell you definitely have been studying.
It's very
up on the game,
possible.
There's no doubt about it. But you have that match. How you feeling?
Bad.
Yeah.
Bad. You know, I got in my own head after getting told I couldn't use that JTE rule and
Ooh.
was afraid to use it again. And
Always the rules that get to him.
get out of my own head.
Mhm.
You know,
Sam,
Is he gonna cry? I can't handle that.
You're way too hard on yourself, man.
I don't
you
think
know,
so, but-
When people cry like sad tears on the Schmoedown, no, that's a no for me.
I think the clock.
What about happy
Not,
tears?
not because I do feel bad for them. I just don't want to cry with them.
It would have been.
I'm not trying to be like, you can't cry, but
I don't think we would have won any.
But like say like when Mike Kalinowski wins a title match and he's sitting there sobbing.
oh,
'Cause he's
then
just
I will
happy.
be crying with him. But like sad tears,
So
no.
what you're basically the thesis of what you just said is you're gonna cry if someone cries on screen.
Yeah. So because because I cry when people cry, people just shouldn't cry because I don't want to cry.
Let them feel their feelings, Abby.
Let them.
not having my gameplay right to then focus on answers. So, you know,
I hear you, man.
maybe I'm
Well,
better off. Maybe I'm better off focusing on just the info and not worrying about the gameplay.
Well, Sam,
This is why I think
talk
Atchity
about the
actually is
info that
a
your
much
team's
stronger
gonna
player
have
in
to be
teams.
equipped with going forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
They're in need of some W's. They're in need
I think,
of
yeah.
points. So
He's got the knowledge. He needs to be with somebody who knows the game, and then that will be a killer team.
rock for your team going forward in this tournament.
There are a couple of Miami Marlins players who are on COVID watch, but I think they're all fine.
Like that's why I think him and Janine would actually be a pretty
I'm gonna
good team.
emergency draft most of those guys. Most of those guys.
I really like that. I really would love for a time machine reunion, but
There's that too.
I
I kind of like the idea of seeing Irwin and Guy tear through
take care of yourself.
things.
Yeah.
Stand outside. will you?
I'm 5 minutes away, so you want to come to some Central Way?
Say that
City,
trepidatiously
go for a
because
little
who
bit,
knows
you
what's
gotta
going on with Andrew Guy.
hang out with.
No,
Yeah.
it's fine. I gotta
We
go
will
get-
know
I gotta
probably this weekend.
I gotta
Maybe.
get on that bike. No, to answer your question,
Yeah.
honestly,
Hope he's okay.
look, I don't want to take anything away from Matt. He played a great game. Okay, he missed a couple of questions.
Saw him on the
and he
preview show on
beat
Twitch
himself up
earlier.
over that because
Yeah.
he knew them.
I don't know what's
He
going on with
knows
him.
he knew them,
He looks shook.
Right. He does.
Playing the Schmoedown this way is easier for some people and harder for others. And, sometimes there's a lag. Sometimes it gets to you. And this was his first digital match. So I'm not going to hold it against the guy. I hope no one else does. Where do we go from here? There's other matches. Robert Montano is playing Jeff Snyder.
I'm excited for that one. I honestly think that one's going to be like the first upset.
I want to talk about Matt Atchity.
And it'll be late to the party again.
The guy. I think he came and he played a great game. Okay, yeah.
I would love to see Montano take out Snyder.
Because I know
Robert has an insane movie knowledge to the point that I would argue he has some of the best knowledge out of all the competitors I've seen.
Proud of the guy, and I can't wait to see another match.
He drops like references to things out of nowhere, like it's just second nature.
The way I imagine he consumes film is he watches it once and he can recite the whole thing back to you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like that has always been my interpretation of how Robert watches movies, because that's how he talks about it in almost every movie.
I'm up for all of it, right?
So.
I mean, I think, look, like this is what my second singles match, so it definitely does have a different rhythm. It requires a different.
Does it have a different rhyme?
Of, some of it, like, yes, is there.
Can you not feel the rhythm or feel the rhyme?
Anytime someone says rhythm, I have to make a
Cool
Runnings reference.
A Cool Runnings reference.
Dang.
I've never had a manager before. This is the first time I had a manager. So, it does open
Cool
possibilities.
Runnings.
I mean, look, like I would love to come back on both a teams match and a singles match. I mean,
Matt looks like he belongs in Cool Runnings right now.
I'd love to be the first person that ever.
He looks like he almost looks like the John Candy character.
Matt Atchity,
Yeah.
Still, obviously, he's got that heart of a champion, and you're going to see him back. He's been around since season 2, and he's one of the most knowledgeable players that we have.
That's just a glorious beard he's grown. Like, I'm just in awe of his beard ability.
Sorry about today, guys, but hell of a match. Thank you.
There's been some good corn beards happening.
Yeah.
So Sam's going to run off, disconnect himself, and jump in a pool, even if it's not his own. All right. So, Mark, look, this was something where Andreyko started out, looked like, here comes the android. But it was anybody's game in that round 2. It was anybody's game. And
Here comes the android. Do.
Like he said, he got inside of some.
How that song goes.
And it is,
What?
it is.
Of course it is. Liar.
He hit that big 5-pointer at the end, that Henry Thomas there, that kept him in because
It would suck for you if you get hit by a bus and power goes out and you wake up and everyone forgot about the Beatles.
KOing me. You're gonna beat me.
Because if you were trying to rewrite their songs like that,
Draco takes the win.
Be a lot.
Goodness, dear Christian, it was a knockdown.
Sounds like a movie you're referencing there.
Slobber knock.
It is.
It was certainly prettier than the
Really good one, too.
Your hat shows, but it was not a gorgeous match to look at. But those are the kind of matches you need to get experience in. You need to get reps with, being in between rounds and learning how to handle that.
I want my money back. We didn't get a single sighting of Molly this entire time.
I know. I gotta go, y'all.
I'm distraught.
Is like, because when you get
I'm
a win,
distraught.
you celebrate for about 5 minutes, and then it's right back to preparing.
Abby, had we known that there was no Molly in this episode, we would have reserved your special visit
It matches tonight
for a fun-filled Molly episode.
That's how it is. He wants to play. He wants
I guess we're gonna have to get you back on another episode and hope there's some Molly involved.
Yes,
The dog.
I would love to be back on because I need some Molly. So I mean,
the dog.
Well, he wants to play Bibiana. He's hoping
Yeah.
he gets a Bateman.
Just
somewhere
Ellis
along
cannot be
this
upstaged
tournament.
by an empty
There's so
chair.
many matches that Andreyko wants to play, but it's just such a path.
It's a nice
this
chair,
year with all
but
the talent that's in the tournament.
it's missing a dog.
And you saw that today because Matt Atchity and Marc Andreyko, it was like a dirty street fight, but it was a really good fight though. And it was one of those matches. It was a scrap.
It's like a Rocky V street fight.
The first round.
Oh God, no referencing that movie on this channel.
I'm so sorry, guys.
Excuse me. Actually made him fight in the middle of the street. Then they started using bottles and scratching each other's eyes. And
He just can't help himself, can he?
Final match
Just-
there. Points are Mr. Marc Andreyko with the victory.
Abby, you're the new
as
Son of
you
Fanatic.
see the score
I am.
here,
Oh, okay. Bye.
15-14.
Hello.
Away with this. All right, I'm not
Welcome
letting you
back to my
compare this
channel.
great match. Know what you're doing right now.
Oh, come on. It's not funny if they're going to do it.
I'm your co-host, Dan, and I will have this dog bite in your face if you don't listen.
Oh, is Molly back there?
Rocky 5, okay? This was Rocky 3, if anything.
Oh, seriously?
Chasing chickens around. This feels like a Kentucky Fried Idiot at moments, but ultimately getting a victory for Marc Andreyko. And if you needed any more evidence of how much this victory meant for the Rockstars, look at how happy Roxy Stryer is in the private chat right now. I wish I could publish this stuff. I took an oath.
I swear to God, we're not watching these before.
Flicking some dirt, and she is very excited about
Oh
that.
my God.
Wait, was she there?
Sometimes these
Did I miss
matches
it?
end up,
Yeah.
it's a struggle. What we saw
She's
this
behind him, but he just also referenced the street fight of Rocky 5.
enjoy a thorough match.
You guys are really psychic. I'm trying to say.
This is a great
I'm
place
not
to
yawning
play,
because I'm
see all
tired.
that good stuff.
This
And
is-
join the Facebook
This is
group.
a weird
Already.
skill that we've
Great
acquired.
discussion going on there.
You guys have
Predicting
maybe,
what jokes.
Yeah, and
you
you
guys
have a lot.
have maybe just been watching
We're
too
just
much
starting-
Schmoedown. Is that a thing?
we're just
Like,
starting-
we're just so in tune with what they're going to say and commentate on.
Yeah.
This was the first match of the week in the tournament tomorrow.
It's might be because we've
Schmoedown
just seen them so
versus
much
Tom.
that
that is going to be a clash.
Yeah, and you're watching them so frequently now, as if you weren't before.
He taking on Perry Nemiroff. He decided to
Mhm.
not
I'm so excited for that one.
That's going to be a good one.
I love any Mike Galanowski match.
make their return. And then on Thursday,
And then
Chance
also
Ellison
corruption.
versus David
Oh, we haven't
Del
seen
Rio.
David Del Rio in a while.
And
No.
and
On
this one.
Friday, the big double main event. Ben Bateman for the #1 contender shot.
Double main event. Yeah.
Yeah,
And in
it
the
really
main
is.
event, Kevin Smith.
I wish they
for the
could have done
Mercs
this in
and the
Houston.
Rockstars
I know, like we
at
had
it
Guy
again
and Bateman in
with
Houston already, but I
Chris
want to see Chris Jericho and Kevin Smith
this
in the ring.
In
So,
Houston.
take
Oh, yeah.
a watch, guys. What
I don't know
a-
how feasible
what a
that is, but
match. What a
in
week
my
of
mind, I like
matches
to
we had
pretend it
going.
is because
That's right, Christian. It's going to be one
in the year
scintillating
2020, I like
week
to
of
escape
movie
in my
trivia,
imagination.
Combat, and I
Yeah.
can't wait for all the action.
Do you think Chris Jericho's going to try to, like,
Schmoedown.
drop Kevin Smith in the ring at Booker T's arena?
So
How glorious would that be?
That'd be iconic.
class of competition and ultimately of
Big
cinematic
facts.
know-how by both Matt Atchity, Marc Andreyko, and their respective managers, Sam Levine and Roxy Stewart.
All right, for Mark Ellis, I am Christian Harloff. We'll see you tomorrow.
That's true.
Yes.
We'll be back tomorrow. All right. Let's move things around. Okay. Hey, welcome back, guys, to the fifth hour of the Center Fanatic show.
Yeah, so
relaxing evening is what's happening here.
Mhm. We're chilling. It's a Monday.
We're just chilling. It's a nice
Talking about
easy
Molly.
Monday.
talking about Molly.
Chilling from all the Molly. I mean, sorry, talking about Molly.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that was a
thoughts of the
great
match?
match. Yeah.
Yes, it was a very good match.
It's a great match, guys. As I want to watch again. No. No. Andreyko did a fantastic job. I mean, that's kind of is exactly what we expect. You know, you see Atchity in here. He's still getting tripped up by the rules. As he said, he was getting caught in his own head. So these are constant things. That's why I say like Atchity is a killer teams player because he's got that knowledge base that you want to have on a team mixed with somebody who knows the game. The closest that I can point to right now, and I know that they've spoken about it publicly also, is say like Mike and Chance. Now, I'm not saying Chance doesn't know the game, but right now we've been saying that Chance has the huge knowledge base. And I'm also not saying that Mike doesn't have a huge knowledge base, but Chance has the big knowledge base, but Mike has the gameplay strategy. And that's why they work so well as a team dynamic. So I think that's what you need to look for Atchity. I don't know if singles is necessarily his cup of tea, so to speak.
I don't know. I agree, but I also think that maybe if Matt had played someone that wasn't Marc Andreyko, he would have still pulled out. He could have pulled out a win.
Yeah,
and maybe he would have gotten more. I think he was very. This is the most we've seen him emotional after a loss, and I think as far as I can remember. So hopefully maybe he's got a fire up his butt now and wants to do well in that teams tournament if he plays somehow. But I don't know. I think I agree with you though that he is a stronger teams player, but based on that performance, he still didn't do the worst we've seen in this tournament. So he could have done better if he was in a different bracket. Because he's still a strong player, but I don't know.
For sure. It's again, it's one of those, like you were saying at the top, that Atchity is capable of beating anyone at any given point because he's got that huge knowledge base. It's just a matter of what day and what competitor he's up against.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I can't think of anything. I agree. Y'all said everything. Like
you guys are tired. It's okay. You guys have been reacting, doing the most.
It's all right. It's good. But anyway, no, this was a good one. I do like to see I like to see the win in Andreyko's corner. He gets to move on now and get one step closer to finally attaining a singles belt, possibly. So
I do think that match with Brendan Meyer is going to be really good.
Yeah, Abby, how do you think that one's going to go?
Ooh, I don't know, because Brendan is on a roll, but also now Marc is, and they're both very strong. I don't know. I think I would give it to Brendan, but I don't want to root against Marc and Roxy. So, but I also don't want to root against See, this is why I had to stop reacting. My reacting was so like, I just want everyone to win. So.
There's a problem, especially when you get into the tournaments, is like, especially when creating your bracket and who you think would win. You're looking at them and like who you think will win just based off of the skill of the player. But then there's the ones like, oh, who do I really want to win? And some of those, the want to win it's still someone who is good enough to win against that other opponent. Yeah. And some of these, like, it's hard trying to pick. Like, really, it could swing any way in some of these competitors. So,
yeah. For sure.
And we've heard through the grapevine that this tournament is going to get wild and crazy. There may be some upsets happening that nobody saw coming. So,
that I actually generally don't remember. I don't know what's going to happen with Brendan and Marc. So, but there's some crazy stuff coming up.
Fantastic.
I think the other thing I want to touch on, since we got Abby here, is I know the writers have been receiving a lot of flack lately for some reason. I don't understand why. I just like the opportunity to be able to have Abby here. I know we want to get PJ on at some point as well, and just get the faces of the people who are writing the questions out there as much as possible so that people understand there are real actual humans who are doing this, and it's not computers who are just throwing words together in a document. It's humans who are taking the time to put these things together to actually make this show happen. So that's one of the reasons why I know for sure we wanted to get Abby on there too.
Yeah, thank you, because it's been a moment very recently, and I think.
Speaking of which, why are the questions so terrible, Abby?
You know what?
Please fix them.
It's honestly all my fault. I joined, and all of a sudden, everyone's had crap to say about the questions. To say about the questions.
That leads me to the other reason why I wanted to have Abby here, is I wanted to chastise her for all these terrible, awful questions that the writers have been writing. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes, that is why I'm here. So thank you, Cinefanatics. Love you guys.
Can't wait to be back on here again.
Yeah, I'm really gonna tell PJ that you need to get on here right away.
Calling him right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna call PJ and be like, don't go on Cinefanatics.
You've got Herbie's number on the back of your phone.
I do. I mean, do you guys expect anything less at this point?
No.
But yeah, I do always love being on this channel. I know this is my first time, but I love the Cinefanatics, so it's been good.
So we've seen you at like the live events too, so it's always great being able to talk to you. And also might have to say happy birthday. I know it was like last month.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So how does that feel now?
It feels good. I'm 21 now. Yay! Turned 21 during a pandemic. What else is better than that?
Let's go to the bars. Oh, they're all closed.
Yes.
So
I can tell you what's better than that. Turning 31 during a pandemic.
Yeah, that's
there's nothing special at 31.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. Thanks for rubbing it in.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hey, anyone who's watching, if y'all have any questions, drop those questions in because we're going to be wrapping up here pretty soon. Ryan says, question for Abby. What do you think of Alonso Duralde's answer of Fast 7 when the answer was Furious 7? It wasn't caught by the judges and it wasn't challenged by Brendan or Coy. And here's the thing real quick. I don't think we said it, but I forgot what we were doing. I wasn't able to verbalize at that time, but I don't think the Fast and Furious 7 movie actually had like a 100% nailed down official title anyways.
Yeah. That whole franchise is kind of tricky because yes, they have official titles, but they kind of all play around. My only answer is kind of that everyone's human, and sometimes like I don't even think people realize that there's a lot of people on the StreamYard doing all the producing stuff when that's going on. So I think that was just a mistake, and it's just because we just trying to keep going, and that whole franchise is all Fast, all Furious, sometimes one or the other. But that's kind of all I have to say about that.
You're like, just get the words Fast, Furious, and stick a number in there. You're good.
Yeah, you got the right number, so that's okay. I do hope that it was a learning experience, because I know it was a learning experience for the behind the scenes team, because we do want to be as precise as possible. But mistakes happen. It's still the show, and the sport itself is still evolving, and we're working to become as perfect as we can be. So
there's a side of it where should that answer be counted wrong at the top? Sure. But at the same time, I like what Coy's response to all of it was, which is, look, we know he knows it. And for when it comes down to between him and Brendan to call a challenge, and they decide not to because as Coy has stated, they wanted to win based on knowledge. They didn't want to win based off of tactics of challenging for the sake of trying to knock a person down when they clearly know the answer. I just like that. I think again that shows a lot of class within Coy as well. Not that people who use that tactic aren't filled with class, or that it's not a valid or viable tactic to use in the game, but that I like hearing it from his perspective. Like, look, we know he knows it. Move on.
Yeah.
So like Nerd Chronic is saying, the sixth film officially titled Fast and Furious 6, but title card in the film says Furious 6. I think that was with the seventh movie as well. The car drives by and leaves the words Furious 7 behind.
Mm-hmm.
But like all the marketing has just had the number 7. If you go to IMDb and you look up, like it probably lists it as Furious 7, but it will also have like alternative titles, and it will be like all 10 variations of Fast, Furious, and the number 7 that you could possibly come up with. So kind of the same. What's the other one? Live, Die, Repeat.
Edge of Tomorrow.
Same thing. Like, what is your actual official title? So
that's a lot.
The other thing I'm curious about is, now we've got the ninth one that was supposed to come out this year, but it's coming out next year. All its marketing has just been F9.
Yeah, and like if that were to come out, what is that title card in the movie? Would it be?
What did the number 9 do to you?
It's not the name of a movie. It's a key on a keyboard. I mean,
yeah,
exactly.
But that'd be interesting to see. I mean, because I guess that one you do have to officially call Fast and Furious 9, because I don't know if you would actually consider F9 the actual title of it, but I don't know. Remains to be seen, because that'll be new release questions next year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And this is so something like that. We know he knows it, but yeah.
You mentioned Chadwick Boseman there, but I'm not.
And Damon Chisel.
Yeah, on those two, I'm not convinced that Dagnino actually knew the answers. I think he just got really lucky with whatever names.
Whatever he wrote down, whatever his hand just wrote down on the board.
Yeah, but to that point, real quick, we know he knows it. That's not a you don't go by that as the hard and fast rule that the judges have to stick to. That's if it's not caught by Mark and Christian, then it's a matter of, again, like in that particular instance, Brendan or Coy challenging it. Brendan and Coy didn't challenge it because they know that he knows it. And in that moment, when it gets to them, it is up to them as to whether or not they want to challenge it. In which case, yeah, we know he knows it. Definitely, it flies. It works because it's their decision. So
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't think we have any more questions. So we'll say, Abby, thank you so much for joining us. Where can all the little kids out there find you?
Y'all can find me at Abigail Freel on all social media. Oh my! Y'all have. Oh my God! They did not tell me they had this ready to go. Yes, and I did launch a Patreon yesterday, so please be sure to check that out. I'm super excited about it. And all support is appreciated. If not, just follow me on Twitter, where I tweet funny stuff about the Schmoedown, or what I think is funny. So,
wait for your Twitter thread for the event this weekend.
Oh my gosh, I couldn't do it this last week, which was like disappointing. But I am very excited to do it for the upcoming Kevin Smith match. And get excited. And Chris Jericho. I'm more excited about Kevin Smith, but
I'm excited for both matches. I'm excited to see what you write up for both matches, honestly. Especially because who knows what's going on with Guy. So
Guy's gonna give me all the content. Well, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
As for us, you want to?
Yeah, we have a channel too.
Wake up, brother! Wake up.
So as for us, so this is a Schmoedown replay tomorrow night. We will be watching. What is tomorrow night? Tomorrow's night's going to be the Tim and Tom. So
I'm so excited for that one.
So first thing, actually, tomorrow night is Tuesday, which means Tuesday is Two Stream Tuesday. That is going to be the tagline, the show where the tagline is the title. That will be at 9 p.m. Central Time, 7 Pacific, and 10 Eastern. We will be doing that show for about an hour. We're going to be covering a lot of stuff that happened that dropped this weekend at the DC fandom. So come back for that. We will be talking about DC movie stuff all throughout tagline tomorrow. And then we're going to take like a short, 15-minute break or so. Then we will be right back here doing the Schmoedown replay for Tim and Tom with our special guest. Tomorrow night's going to be Tim.
The Tank.
We've got Tim Franco. Tim Franco is going to be joining us talking about this match as well. So come back for there to get his thoughts, feelings, insight. We'll probably talk about the stuff again because it was a blast having him on our watch along for the stuff that you can see if you are a member of our Patreon, patreon.com/cinefanatics. At the $10 tier, you can watch our watch alongs. We do have the one with the stuff with Tim Franco on there. It was a lot of fun to do, so check that out. As for us, you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram. We are at Cinefanatics MLP. There's also Chris Adams MLP, Robert Adams MLP. Make sure you follow us, stay up to date on what we are doing. And yeah, this weekend, there's going to be some big things going on this weekend in regards to this match. I know we are in the midst of talking to other after show people about stuff. So yeah, this is going to be a huge weekend for Schmoedown for the after shows. So make sure you follow not only the Cinefanatics and the Schmoedown replay, but all the other after shows too, because it's going to be a lot of fun this weekend. So
speaking of other after shows, Ryan brings up the point that I wanted to get to. We got Team Action on Chill the Action's 1 year anniversary show shortly. Go there once this is done, guys. We are wanting to definitely throw over because they are going to be starting. If they're not already starting now, they're starting here in a couple minutes. So go head over to Call to Action and check out their 50th episode anniversary of Chill to Action.
Yes,
with Drew and Ben on there as their special guests. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. I can't wait to watch that. So
that's gonna be good.
To watch that, we need to end this. Yeah. So let's all raid over there. Let's get a Cinefanatics raid over to the Call that to Chill to Action. So anyways, that's going to do it for tonight. Thank y'all for being in the chat. Thank y'all for watching. It's been a huge honor to have y'all here. Again, come back again tomorrow night. Abby Freel, such a pleasure having you with us on this show. Let's get you back on another one in the near future as well. So a lot of fun. And yeah, that's going to do it for tonight. As for my brother and Abby, y'all all have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow.
So yeah.